I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So and that's what a friend is all about. Like you make yourself accessible to help this one person that you cool with. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And
and that's like, and that, like you said, we don't have to talk every day. We don't have to talk. We
right.
don't have to, like, I don't have to, you don't have to call me every day and go, hi sis, how you doing? Like, that's not our friendship. And you and I both know
And I
that's not.
have never been like that with none of my friends and none even family members.
Yeah. Well, and like that, well, you're right. Like you just, there's times where, like, if I called you up and said, Jrod, you have to take down that video, like this whole like this video. If I called you last night and said we have to take it down, you'd be like, I don't want to, but I would.
But
Yeah,
I will. I will.
like I would.
I
If it
might
was,
have to do a little editing, but yeah, I
yeah,
know what
like
I gotta do.
yeah,
Shit.
like I mean, and I would never ask that. But the point is, well, I think I have asked you, and you told me no, and that was when you said I was a murderer. But
No, but listen, I did not put the video up.
huh?
I did took the video down.
They took it down. It was on the old account. It was that. It was
Yeah,
on that program. Well, it just
let me have
what
my excuses. I feel bad about it.
it, it just it really, like you said, though, we've all grown. You know what I mean? Like we're not the same people we were 2.5 years ago.
Nah.
And like you've had, your kids have gotten 2 years older. Like you've had life. You've had, like, things have happened, and in all of our lives, good and bad. People have passed away. People have, we lost Judy, and we lost, a few other
We lost
along the way.
Judy. We lost Judy. We lost now
Mark,
recently. We lost Mark. Oh my God, my buddy of mine. Oh my God, Tommy Jude. We lost Tommy Jude in the Idaho 4 case. It's a lot of people that have passed away though.
well, it just puts it in perspective. It really does put it what's important in perspective.
Yeah, you're right. You're
It,
right though.
like we what's important and where we're going. And I think that, like, I mean, it's kind of like all of my friends, all of your friends, and all of our supporters. Even if I don't talk, even if I'm not getting along with one person today, that doesn't mean that, like, if I was down and out, that or she was down and out, or I was down and out, or he was down and out, or whoever it might be, that I wouldn't jump for, or I wouldn't automatically jump for that person and say, I'll take, like I always say, and you know what I mean, flip my switch, and I guarantee you, whoever I'm going after is not going to be, it's not going to have a pretty day.
Right, right, right.
But the fact of the matter is, if I flip that switch and I go, and I start yelling and I start screaming and I start doing everything that I can go back to, that's not me anymore. Like it doesn't. It's not like when I've tried, and I blame it on the Adderall, and the Adderall is kind of my excuse for it. Like, like I say, I'm not that, I don't have that fight in me to keep moving, to have that fight in me anymore. I just don't have it. No,
But
the fact,
you know what I think it might be though. Also, I think it's like you say, it grows old in you. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like the how can I say it? The bickering, the defending or fighting back, or when at the end of the day they're not even telling the truth.
yeah.
It's like
Like I mean, that's it. You're exactly, like, at the end of the day, like, I know the truth, and that's why, like, and I can sit here and tell you, it's like these Christmas lights. I could say that they go in rainbow order or something like that, and you could be like, no, they don't, and I could be like, yeah, they do. We can sit here and argue for the next 2 hours on the Christmas lights, but at the end of the day, it don't matter. It don't matter if those Christmas lights are in color or if they're not in color. It doesn't matter if they're in some, if they're, all yellow. It doesn't, that's what they are. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, your light's red. It doesn't, no matter what, how no matter what I say, those lights are going to be, like, I could tell you though, they're green. You can be like, no, Megan, they are blue or they are red, you know, and I'm like, no, they're
Meg,
green.
Megan, you know what you teach me? You forcibly teach me that it don't matter what we say. It's not gonna change shit.
No.
It's not gonna change shit. And I learned that through you forcibly. Like, and you know what? When you said it the first time, I was like, ah. But then you did said it again, like a couple of months after, and I was like, dude, it's starting to make sense. It's really like we give too much thought and too much of a fight to things that sometimes don't even deserve it. You know what I mean? I don't know. The Kiely Rodni case, he's so much home to me. I guess because when the news that she died, I just had my youngest daughter, like literally like a month and a half before Kylie died. So I don't know if it was too many emotions going on or whatnot.
Well, and that's
But I
you're
gotta admit, it
absolutely
did
right.
hit home though. It did hit
You're
home.
absolutely right, though. Like that we every single person in the world has a soft. If it, well, I shouldn't say every single person. Make it right. 75% of the world has cares for kids. That that is their Achilles tendon. You know, if it's not your kids, if it's not, it may be your animals or whatever. But we all have a soft spot. Everybody has a soft spot for kids, and I think that like that's what like and that's why all these cases, some of us get very intertwined in it, is because some of us don't have anything. They don't have kids, or they don't have anything purposely going on in their life at the time, and so they want to make it where they want to make something be relevant. They need something in their life to make them wake up every day. And I think that that's what the Kiely Rodni did a lot. That's what the Kiely Rodni case did for a lot of people, is it gave all of us something to either hate on or like on. Like
A
it,
lot of people bonded. A lot of people bonded
yeah,
out of that case though.
yeah. And a lot of people came forward. I mean, for me, I mean, when I don't share the stories, but when I was first doing all of this, I like I say, I still have the messages and I can still find them to this day. But do you know how many people reached out to me telling me their testimonies of their kids that went through rehab, or went through they went through their dark times, or they went, that thank you very much for standing up for the kids, because I wish that someone would have stood up for my kid during this time when I couldn't stand up for my kid because I didn't have the strength to do so.
Right.
Like that. There's a lot of people that were that were saying these things to me, and just hearing like things that like no one else ever knew that I heard. I had people that were coming to me saying, I mean, everybody hated when I fell asleep on my live and I was snoring all the time. But I had one guy message me and go, "My wife died 2 months ago, and I found your channel and I listen to you snore at night because it makes me think of my wife laying next to me, and that's how she used to snore." And I went, "Really?" But it's comfort. Like I was like, "Okay, that's weird," but I guess it's
Yeah,
comforting.
yeah. For some people, that gonna be so weird out of nowhere like that. But
Yeah.
some people will make sense though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what like. I get what he like. The comfort. Of he was like, I don't. He's like, I was in the Kiely Rodni stream and I was like missing my wife one day, and I turned into your and I heard you snoring, and I went, "Oh, it's my wife," and he fell asleep listening to me snore, and I was like, and he told me, he's like, "Thank you," and I was like, "Well, that's weird, but okay."
But
Like,
you know what?
like,
Sometimes you don't know how much of a good you do to for people,
yeah.
and you don't even know. You don't even know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
like I mean, it's for like you said, for hearing like the situation when anybody else would have thought it was weird, but I understood, because he was like, he said, "I'm an elderly man and I don't, I was married to my life for 46